Hey guys, this is episode 8 of the KRED Yard. I'm here with Jason Hell. I'm gonna be. You're gonna see it soon after I transition. This is a really awesome one, Hell. Thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate it. Great talks. Yeah, stay tuned for.
They say that sometimes good things come from tragedy. Well, baby, this ain't one of those times.
I haven't rolling. I've been rolling this whole time. I'll put it. I'll find a good spot to start it. So, but yeah, man, this is cool. I got thank you so much for coming on. There's a lot.
Yo, man, of course. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
As Hollywood would say, your pleasure, but I'm not as fucking cocky as that motherfucker, so.
That's great. Yeah, so we got Jason Hell, drummer, the Jasons. I think you joined in, 2019?
Me and Hollywood joined in 2018. They had the other guys quit mid-tour, and they were like, yo, we need some replacements, and they fucking hit us up, and we were like, you're welcome for saving the band.
Yeah.
And now they pay us fat checks every single fucking day, and they try to understand that if it wasn't for us, the Jasons would suck. So
I agree. Yeah, I think you guys. I probably when you guys played in Lancaster last month or December now. Shit, it was 2 months ago almost already. But you guys are a lot tighter. I think I owe it up to you two. No.
Yo, when was the last time that you had seen the Jasons play previous to us being in the band?
It was actually, it might have been 2018, right before you guys joined, because I saw them in the Village Lounge and with the Queers and the Dickies.
Yeah. I did not play that show, but I joined not soon after.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be right around the corner then, because I think you guys came in and did Blow in the Streets, which is for me. I was always I was hardcore into I got into the Jasons right before Get Buck came out, a little bit before, and then I was always like, oh, this is the best album. And then Blow in the Streets came out, I'm like, okay, and then I listened to it more and more and more, and I'm like, this is the best Jasons album, hands down. And now the Jarvis House EP is this is great. So.
Yo, and I think that's kind of what we're going for right now, is where we just want each record to be like, yo, this is your guys' best shit. We might split some hairs on the next release, but we'll see what happens. Probably not, but you never know.
Yeah, V and 3D were talking about it a little bit on here, and that's exciting. It's called Satan Cells.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
And all of us we all pull from different genres of music, but I'd say that one we probably equally pull from, aside from the punk stuff, is from rock and roll and metal. So that seems to be kind of the course of where things are going, especially with Ramones core and that genre of music. I feel like you can only suck the teat of the Lillingtons and Screeching Weasel and fucking the Ramones so much, and so now it's kind of we kind of have a direction on where we're gonna go. We really want the album to sound like one piece of music, as opposed to just yo, here's a fucking punk song and a fast song and a fucking not fast song and a fucking dance song. We want it to be yo, this is one fucking record. It's one cohesive 10 songs of fucking just pure jack-offery. That's what we really want at this point.
Awesome. That's going to be great. Definitely. That's cool that you guys have that hunger for it, too. And every album you want to keep going up and up and up.
Yeah, I mean, and at this point, other than the millions of dollars that we make, we just want to make fucking records that we like to listen to and shit that we don't think sucks. I mean, I'll tell you, we recorded those Jarvis House songs so fucking long ago, at least the first two, that I forgot what they even fucking sounded like. And then
this were Blood in the Streets, right?
Yeah. So it was all that shit was recorded in the same block. So that whole album was recorded, and then they were like, yo, we're gonna do these 2 songs for for a 7-inch that we'll put out eventually. And so the idea was originally that those two songs are going to come on a 7-inch. One is an A side, one is a B side, and then we're going to do another 7-inch called Injustice for Mom, and it was going to be Commando and American Slasher, but we just kind of like smashed it all together in the one 7-inch because, you know, they're shorter songs so they can fucking fit. But I think everything turned out good. Those other two songs were recorded more recently than the others. I think.
Okay.
I want to say we maybe did those in like. I want to say maybe like spring of 2021 or something like that. So more recent than the other stuff.
Cool.
It was before we had played shows. I do remember that.
Okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, those two re-recordings of like from the Get Fucked album are awesome.
I really like that record. I think that record's real good. Yeah. I remember because I've been watching them for a real long fucking time, and I always was like, man, you guys just need like more consistency on the drumming, and as things have been seen on the shit show, me and Original Hell have sorted out our differences. The Jason B is the ultimate motherfucker, and we can just fucking agree on that. But there were just some things where I felt like I could add, and we play a lot of songs from Get Fucked, so when they were like, let's re-record those two, we were like, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, why not?
I do, and there's some other older stuff too that eventually we'll probably re-record at some point. But you know, shit stacks up so fast as far as like doing side projects and fucking re-recording this and doing songs for a comp and fucking recording a record and then doing a tour and fucking all that shit. So
we'll get into the tour too later. Yeah, it looks like you guys are shaping up to have a nice, good year. Congratulations for that.
Yo, and this is like almost the year that almost happened in 2020. Mm-hmm. Like, it was looking like we were going to do a tour with the Queers. I don't think this long, but maybe about a week with the Queers in 2020 that summer. And we were going to do like 5 days with Radio Buzzkills. And we were going to do like, I think another set of dates too on our own. And it was looking like we were pretty much going to be on the road the entire summer. But, you know, shit went awry and kind of hit the fan. Yeah. And so it kind of made us redirect things a little bit. And, that's kind of how, like, the shit show and fucking us doing, like, live Zoom things for a little while and, you know, putting out records and recording things. We just tried to, you know, fucking keep the Jasons moving without not being able to play shows, which, you know, if it were us, we'd be fucking playing all the time, but
yeah,
you do what you can.
That's cool. That's good that you guys did that to stay afloat, because there's so many bands that kind of just like, at least in the underground scene of things, like when the 2020 happened, it's just like, there's still some bands I haven't seen any updates. Like, there's still a band, but I have not seen any updates for it since like 2020.
In the world of the Jasons, I would just like to say that we're the strongest band, so that's why we succeeded. But in reality, I mean, I think it's like things change, you know, or fucking people have a hard time keeping their shit together. And luckily, jokes aside, all four of us like being around each other, so I think that makes a big fucking difference. Being in a fucking cramped ass van with one bunk seat for fucking a 15-hour drive across Texas, and you don't want to murder the motherfucker sitting next to you, I think is kind of a test to us getting along, the four of us. Sure. I mean, I guess when you have the same mother, then you know, blood is thicker than water, they say, I guess, right?
Yeah, right. That's so true, actually. I not really off, but I was watching like an old like Typo Negative interview that surfaced a couple months ago, and it was for the album like World Coming Down, early 2000s, and that's what they said. Like, they took like 4 months off because they wanted to kill each other, and like stopped the whole album progress. So
yo, it's funny that you say that because I just recently have been kind of deep diving like the carnivore stuff and of thinking about that. And I feel like Pete Steele is probably R.I.P. was probably like a weird motherfucker to be around for an extended period of time. Because especially that carnivore shit, it's like so trolly and fucking just like edgelord shit that it's you're like, yo, how much of this is real and how much is you just trying to fucking like be a fucking edgelord?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you have.
For me, it's like, yo, I've known Jason B for fucking forever, and then met the other two a little later. But it just, you get lucky when you find other people that you can stand for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or fucking whatever, you know.
Because you guys travel, that's what's really great about you guys in general is you guys will go play a show like New Year's Eve. You guys drove all the way out, like that's like 14 hours or something, right?
I mean, yo, we're fucking like gluttons for punishment too. Like my first show, we literally drove to fucking Brooklyn, played a show, drove a fucking literally all the way back that same night in a fucking rainstorm. We always joke and say like, it's not a fucking Jason's drive unless it fucking rains or snows the whole fucking way. So, yeah, and that indie show's good. For some reason, Indiana really likes us. We really like Indiana. Fort Wayne is cool. Indianapolis is cool. We played the Gathering of the Juggalos in fucking middle of nowhere, Indiana. So
you played what? Really? I never knew that. You played Gathering of the Juggalos? Wait, maybe I.
Yeah, in 2019 we played the Gathering of the Juggalos on like one of the side stages.
Oh my God.
It was pretty.
Did you ever imagine yourself there?
You think you like kind of fantasize about it.
Yeah.
It oddly enough not the first time that I had seen ICP with 3D. Well, it was not the first time. There was another time before that.
Oh yeah, ICP. But I mean, they're like I respect that fuck out of them.
Yo, and like kayfabe aside, I am not the biggest like fan of ICP's music, but I'll tell you that I respect the fuck out of them for like what they've done with like basically growing a culture from fucking absolutely nothing. In same year, 2019, when we were on tour, we listened to the entire Violent J audiobook, and I feel like that very much just like synced our brains into being like, yo, we're gonna try and play the Gathering of the Juggalos, and then we did.
You did it. That's so great.
Yeah, it was real cool.
So how was the crowd?
It was.
Oh, sorry, I didn't cut you
Yo,
off.
so we were supposed to play at 3:45 in the morning, which seemed late, but whatever. And then I don't know what happened, but something happened that we literally didn't play till like 4:30. And you know, for playing at 4:30 in the morning and loading out when the sun was coming up, we probably played to like 60 or 70 people, which is pretty good, I'd say, for 4:30.
Yeah.
We were supposed to play at the same time as KRS-One, and he did not play at the same time as us, which we think kind of alleviated. We got some people that weren't partying down to KRS-One. And then, like, the next day, we were just, like, out hanging out and shit. And I just hear, like, whoop, whoop. And we, like, look, and KRS-One is, like, on another stage in the middle of the day. Now, we don't know if he showed up and he was like, yo, fuck y'all, I'm not fucking playing at 3:45 in the morning.
That's wild.
But no, man, it was sick.
Did you guys drive, like, all the way home then after that? You loaded up?
Yo, we actually, Hollywood showed up the day before and kind of scoped out the situation for a day. And then we showed up, like, the day we were supposed to play early and hung out all day. And then we played real fucking late. It almost felt like being at, like, a carnival. I mean, I know that's, like, you know, their shtick, but it literally just felt like being at, like, some weird carnival county fair, some bullshit.
Right.
And then we played, we fucking went back and crashed, and then came back out the next day and set up merch next to Clownvis, who's someone that we kind of became friends with through that. And we literally just hung out and sold merch and fucking talked to people. And people were like, yo, I was going to see you guys, but I was like so fucked up that I passed out, blah, blah, blah. And we like passed out flyers before we played and shit. We really tried to hustle it and kind of
get the most you can out of it.
Yeah, but you know what, man? I think like us just being in our masks and hanging out for the weekend and fucking saying what's up to people and like we still like randomly will see like, yo, I met you guys at Gathering of Juggalos. I didn't see you guys play, but I met you there.
That's awesome. I feel like ICP fans would. It makes sense. I think, like as far as like this, with the mask and everything and all that, it makes sense that they'd be stoked on it. It seems like in a way, you
know what? There were like some like punks there that I was surprised to see some punks, and there were people of all types. Metal people. You see Misfits tattoos, all that shit. So I figured and hoped that, like, we wouldn't be like the sore thumb rock band. We were on a stage with other bands, so I think that kind of helped too. I can't remember for the life of me who fucking also played that stage. So, just like some other like smaller bands like us. We did play right next to the tent that Gilbert Godfrey was doing stand-up in, and we could hear him as we were getting ready.
Are you sure you can hear that voice probably miles away?
Dude.
I was going to attempt it, but never mind.
I can't fucking do it either.
Yeah. That's so cool.
And he's fucking real short and real fucking old looking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I actually never thought about if he would be tall or not, but that makes sense.
Yeah. But, yo, it was fucking weird. It was cool. It was fun. I would do it again. Finding water was really hard. Just drinking a lot of Faygo. I know that sounds like I know that literally sounds like I'm fucking making a joke, but I swear to God, it was easier to find a bottle of Faygo than it was to find a bottle of water there.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Jason B drank so much rock and rye that I thought he was gonna have diabetes. He just kept like drinking it, but yo, it was great. We would love to do it again. Maybe at a better time slot on a better stage.
Yeah, for sure.
But playing fest are fun. Sometimes they're kind of long in their kind of drawn out, but most of the time they're pretty fun. We have a good time doing them. It's not the first like weird fest. We played like year before that. Actually that same summer we played some weird kind of like indie rock festival in Indiana, in Michigan City, Indiana, and that was real weird too. It was like the like headliner was that band Cloakroom that's on Relapse. I don't know if you've ever heard them or not.
Yeah, they just put out a new album last Friday. I kind of
and that shit's real fucking good, and I like that band a lot. But when you listen to that band, do you hear the Jasons? I don't hear the Jasons. And it was a lot of like bands like that, and then like some blues rock bands, and then there was like this rap group called Glitter Money, which was like two girls that just rapped about real smutty shit. It was real random, and for some reason, I think someone that knew the guy that put the fest together was like, man, I really want the Jasons to play. And they asked us, and we said yes. And I don't know if they thought we'd say yes, but we said yes. And we basically planned an entire tour around playing that show. And yeah, it was real weird. It was real fun.
Awesome. I'm sorry, I cut out for a second. We're good. That's up. Yeah, Ollie and I will say the Cloakroom, the guy from Cloakroom, the shirt I have on Nothing. He plays in the band Nothing. That's like the shoegaze and all that stuff. But
yeah. No, I mean, I thought you had a Nothing shirt on. I was like, big fan of that band.
Yeah, it's like the Gorsumio Hall, the 2 minutes of late night collaboration with Integrity.
Uh-huh.
They cover each other's songs.
I'm in the background right now. I'm listening to a band right now called Unreal City, and one of the members was in Integrity for a long time. But this is like, it's funny because it's like the dude was in Integrity, but this is like Integrity worship basically.
Yeah.
But it's good shit. Yeah, man.
Anyway. That's cool.
Dude.
I know you mentioned earlier about we were recording those Jason songs and then making them tighter and stuff on the drums. I wanted to ask you more about drumming. So like, was that the first instrument you ever played, or how did you get into picking up drums?
So the first instrument I ever played was violin for like 2 years,
Nice.
And then they were like, "Yo, do you want to play drums?" And I'm like, "Yeah, get me off this fucking stupid instrument." So then I started playing drums, and I play a little bit of guitar and bass enough that I can like, play a Riverdale song or something like that. But I can't I'm no virtuoso. But yeah, drumming is definitely the instrument that seems to come the easiest to me.
Wow, cool. That's awesome. I've tried before. It's like way too complicated for my brain.
Yo, that's how I feel about guitar, man. Mm-hmm. My fucking left hand is too slow to do anything other than switch chords.
Right.
My right hand, I can downpick like a motherfucker, but my left hand is so slow.
So I still struggle. Yeah, especially if you don't do it for a while, like if you try doing a Ramones song again, not play a Ramones song for a month and then try again, and it's a workout.
There's been plenty of times where I'm like, I'm gonna learn this entire Ramones album on guitar, and I will sit there and try to fucking play it, and I feel like I need a nap after like the third song because I'm like,
yeah, for real.
It's just nothing but down picking. The drumming even too, like. Prior to being in the Jasons, I've been in other punk bands and I've been in like metal bands and shit, but not where you're doing 16ths the whole time. And just like that repetitive motion of just trying to keep that steady, I'm just like ready to fucking die every time we play a show.
Oh, damn. So you're in a bunch of other bands too beforehand.
Yeah, those will be remain secret.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I got you.
but I've been in like all kinds of bands. I've been in a ska band. That's how I met Jason V. I've been in like metallic hardcore bands. I've been in kind of more traditional punk bands. So like most bands end up being in some sort of like punk or whatever, because that seems to just be the wheelhouse of shit you get asked to do.
Sure, yeah. It's all almost connected too with every genre.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like now, and I think we were kind of talking about this maybe a little bit on the shit show the other day, and me and B have had long conversations about this in the band, where I feel like, because you're around the same age that I am, where back when I was younger, I feel like it was like you either liked punk, or you liked hardcore, or you liked metal, or you liked indie rock, or you like rap. Like you could only like one thing. And I feel like in every scene right now, everyone likes a little bit of everything.
Oh, for sure.
So I think it's okay to like. That's why I don't care that we're in a punk band, but I fly the flag of hardcore or metal or fucking whatever, because I know that I'm not alone in liking music that's real catchy and also heavy.
Yeah, for sure. It's more like a militant. Like I think like 10 some years ago, it was like kind of militant, like especially if when emo was big. Like not the Sunny Day Real Estate emo. I mean, and the Get Up Kids emo, like the Hawthorne Heights and all that. And then
yeah,
I felt like you couldn't listen to anything else, or at least like there was that vibe. I know what you mean. Like I feel like it was just like this is it. This is fucking it. I still listen to that here and there, first for nostalgia and some of the songs. Like, oh yeah, this was actually pretty good. But yeah, or like straight edge too, like straight edge hardcore. Like I feel like that was pretty militant too, like 10 plus years ago. Like it's like
I mean, as someone that's clearly straight edge and that like flies that flag. That is true. I mean, I can't tell you, in especially like, I think me and V aren't very shy about saying that we've came from the background that we were like pretty into like spirit filled and Christian hardcore. Now, I never was strictly just a Christian music person, but I will say that they're definitely like, I've met people where they're like, I only like Christian hardcore and that is all I like. Or I only like Christian pop punk and that is all I like.
Yeah, and that's it.
And
you sell your soul to it.
yeah, where like now it's kind of like, everyone likes everything, which is cool. I'd rather it be that way. It seems to be the best for the Jasons too, because we seem to get all fans, all shapes and sizes and everything. So
yeah, when I took you when I saw you guys in Lancaster, I took one of my coworkers, he loves hip hop and R&B and stuff, but he's just like, I'm like, hey, the Jasons are playing. I told him on Friday night, I think, at work. I was like, hey, Jasons are playing tomorrow. You want to go? He goes, oh yeah, fuck yeah. I always talked about the Jasons stuff. Like, he's familiar, but he just like appreciates live music and all that. Usually, like I feel like 10 plus years ago, if you ask somebody, hey, this band's playing, they'd be like, no, that's not my circle. Yeah, everyone seems more open. Yeah, that's cool.
did he have fun? Did he have a good time?
Yeah, he loved it. I was kind of jealous. I was like, because like I never thought I'd see the Huntingtons either, and like this like out of nowhere, he's just like, yeah, I saw the Huntingtons. Like I've been wanting to see the Huntingtons since I was a kid.
I mean, straight up, I told Cliffy that night. It's the first time I ever admitted to him. I was like, me and Jason B are literally friends because of the Huntingtons. Like, we met each other because, like, we met each other because of music, but then I remember, like, going over to his house and him having a Huntingtons banner that he bought off eBay. And I was like, you fucking like the Huntingtons? And he was like, yeah. And he was straight up, like, the first person I think I had ever met that knew the Huntingtons. And I straight up know the Huntingtons because I was at church camp with a Ramones shirt and someone handed me a Huntington CD. They were like, you like the Ramones? You like this band? And they handed me High School Rock, and I fucking haven't looked back since.
That's awesome. That's so cool. So I can see why you and V had like that bonding of the Christian thing. Like one of the first hardcore bands I saw was a Christian band. So,
which band was that?
They're called O Constantine. They're like from Pennsylvania, local. Like I think I was at like one of their last shows. And I helped the drummer put his load up or whatever at the end of the night, and they told me I also like God bless you and stuff. I was all in black and everything. I was like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, it's interesting.
And I think that bond between the two of us of fucking like getting into Christian music and then kind of having a falling out with it. But by the time we had met, I had pretty much like gone my own separate ways from that stuff. But he like I think still like has some reverence towards it, and I'll never have any ill will to it. You fucking catch me. I mean, literally in 2021, I fucking was like stage diving at a Zayo show. Like it's not like beneath me still be into that shit. So you know.
It's like Christian. Like it's another thing I'll say too. Like 10 years ago, if you put out Christian music, really listen to that. But it's like, who cares? If it's good, it's good. You know?
3D in Hollywood shame us a little bit when we rock at the band. Because I don't know if they said that or not, but sometimes we'll just fucking nerd the fuck out and listen to Christian music for fucking like 8 hours. And they're like, if you guys play another fucking song about Jesus, we're going to fucking kill you.
That's awesome. That's cool that you guys, like, because 3D mentioned in an interview, like, in the band, he said, like, the queers don't even, like, listen to music at all in the band. I guess, Joe doing it for so long as he is, but that's cool that you guys, like, have your passion for music is, like, very prevalent, especially you guys doing, like, the shit show and all that, which is, last Sunday was awesome. That was probably my favorite one so far I've been tuning into, but, it's cool. It's cool that you guys, like, put on, you're just cool. Is there any like music that is like, no, you cannot play this in the van at all.
No, man, I'll tell you, like, the one that probably gets the most, like, groans is probably Jason Hollywood. If he drives, it'll be, like, Lady Gaga or fucking Yoko Ono or Ween or fucking...
Yeah.
Dude, he's just like a fucking troll. He also... Don't tell him I told you. He'll never fucking watch this, so that's fine.
Yeah.
He also likes good shit like Sepultura and fucking Danzig and stuff like that. But if you ask him what his favorite music is, he'll be like Ween and Reba McEntire. Fucking, dude, he's a fucking troll. Except he will admit to like Kiss.
He won't?
He will.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's because like he thinks that he is Paul Stanley.
Yeah.
So
that got reminding the Kiss and everything. When I interviewed you, I linked in the description all that for the Christmas special you guys did for Mom's Basement. That scene with you undercover, I think that's so fucking genius. I was like, I was showing like everybody I could. I was like, dude, he's undercover like as a hipster, the flannel on, like the men singers and all that. That's so good. I just had to put that out because that's probably one of my favorite scenes. And
I was like, how much is this a joke if these are clothes I already own? That's what I said when we were fucking filming that shit.
Yeah,
but yo, man, that was really fun to shoot. We did it like kind of over like a week or so, just like random evenings. And it was real fucking fun, man. We had a really good time shooting it, and we like that we now have this like 2-year mythos of fucking Simmons Claus, and it's like, well, if they do another Mom's Basement Christmas special, we'll probably fucking do a third one that's just as fucking stupid.
Just a long joke.
Yo, low key, I think that the funniest parts of that whole thing are Jason 3D, like Googling like what is crime or how to solve crime. Just and that's like 3D's personality in a nutshell. It's just being like a smart dummy. That is him.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know. I know I mentioned the Menzingers and all that, but I actually have a Menzingers plate right there, and right below is there for you guys. I mentioned Menzingers in 3D, like talking about it and all that.
Yo, I really liked that band, but then kind of jumped off the train like around like Rented World. That's the album that, not that it was bad.
Album, I think it's their best album.
I like the one before that better. That like On the Impossible Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a classic, dude. Yeah, that came out when I graduated high school, so it was that was like the high school graduation year album. And then I know what you mean. But I want to ask. I wanted to say before I move on. With the Christmas special stuff, you said you guys take like a week. So like, do you guys just plan it out ahead of time, or is it kind of just like you show up and then like you guys go from there?
Yo, as most of the shit with the Jasons go, Jason B is mostly the visionary, and then 3D is the one that kind of makes things happen. And me and fucking Hollywood just kind of like play our fucking parts like we're told. That's kind of how like writing music goes sometimes. I mean, we work a little bit more of a team when it comes to that. But yo, when he has an idea, he's like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this. And then like 3D really takes care of those fine details. And then the rest of us, like when we did the Kill-A-Kami for Mommy music video, that was all Jason B's idea, and we just kind of like worked together as a team to kind of make it happen. Okay, so no, that was his idea. He had it all mapped out. Like he was like, yo, you're gonna fucking be undercover, and because like the joke is like people legitimately don't know I'm in the band, even though I clearly have a mask on, and people will be like, yo, are you in the Jasons? I'm like, no, I'm just hanging out here with a mask on. It happens a lot.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that too, because like I hear that like throughout like videos and stuff, or you guys joke about it on the shit show maybe or something, or live or whatever. It's like he's actually in the band or whatever. I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? But now, because people show up
for real.
right?
For real. There has been multiple times where I've been running merch, and I'm standing there selling people stuff, and people will go, "Can you find me a member of the band?" I swear. Like, I'm standing there with a mask on, selling things, with pictures of my face on them. Like
show.
there's pictures of me behind me, and people are like, "Can you find me a member of the band?" True story. So
God.
it's became like a bit that we say that I'm the Where's Waldo of punk rock,
Right.
and that fucking no one knows who I am. It's funny because, like, as a drummer pre-mask, no one knew who you were either, and I was like, "Oh, I have a mask on." People probably know that. There's so many times where I walk up to the club door and people go, "Are you in the band?" I'm like, "No, I'm just here."
Yeah, I thought maybe, because like you watch them live, and, you watch Jason's live. You're obviously there behind the kit, and wow, I guess it is true. The jokes about the drummer sometimes. It is in the background.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a fucking hockey mask or not. People aren't gonna fucking recognize you.
Maybe next time you like stand up at the end of the set, like walk in front of the stage and stare at everybody, and then before you walk off, and then they'll imprint them in their mind.
Yo, I always pick. True story. Behind the scenes, I always pick like 2 or 3 people that I just stare at and try to make eye contact with the whole time we're playing.
Oh, really?
Sometimes they notice and sometimes they don't. It's just a fun game that I play with myself. Well, I play with myself and then I play that game too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like a fun thing to do when it's like, oh, I'm just gonna stare at this person, whether they realize it or not.
That's awesome. I don't know if I noticed that at the Lancaster one. I'll have to keep an eye on next time. That's awesome.
Yo, that show was pretty crazy, the Lancaster show, just because we loaded in pretty quick. It was because we fucking took forever to get there because that's normally what we do. And then like it being in that half room was kind of weird. And then when it turned into, for the people that don't know, we fucking played before the Huntingtons, and then as soon as the Huntingtons started finished up, it fucking turned into a dance party with a DJ, and our shit was still in the room. So we're like throwing shit in the fucking merch box. Fucking like I'm throwing drums over my shoulder. We're fucking running outside and legit just like illegally parked the van out in front of the fucking venue. Threw our shit in the van, packed it hot, fast as fuck. We're like, bye, and fucking jumped in the van, and that was it. We were gone.
That's awesome. That was wild. That was fuck. I did not expect that at all.
Yo, when I tell you we legitimately like packed the van, jumped in the van, and then went home, that's literally what happened. There was no like in between time.
I made that joke. When we were leaving. I'm like, Jasons are probably now. They're ready. They're on their way back now. Crystal Lake. Yeah, that was.
Oh, we fucking hightailed it back.
Yeah, it was like I felt bad because I was trying to buy merch and from Bambi, and I just like as I'm like trying to like, oh hey, what, like I want the flag, and then like I look to my right, I just see like a flood of people coming in. I'm like, and I got a DVD. And I think I got you to sign it. I think I got you in 3D to sign the DVD that I know. I'm like, I don't think I went up to you. I was like, I know you're not on it, but can you sign it for me? And then
yo, I love signing shit I'm not on, so it's fine.
Cool. And then I saw B was up on the side there at the end, but I was just like, oh, you know what? They're trying to get their stuff together. I was just go. It's funny too at Cliffy. My friend, one of my coworkers, and my buddy Bird I brought with, he roadies and does merch for this local thrash metal band from Pennsylvania. And I joked like, I'm like, hey, you're a roadie, go help out the Huntingtons. And Cliffy heard that, and then he came up to me and he goes, hey, can you help us out? And so me and Bert were like carrying stuff down to the car or whatever they came in. And,
no, that's one of those situations where you can try to act as rock stars and what you just are in like fight or fucking flight mode. Like, yo, let me get my shit out of this club as fast as I fucking can. We also joked in the van on the way home, and we were like, if we don't have COVID, now we have it.
Yeah, right. I know, right? Because I walked in the bar, and I was like, oh, it's a nice little quiet. That's my first time there. I've been around Lancaster and all that, but like, I walked in, and I'm like, oh, this is quiet. It's it's like a little homey, like wooden, like cabin-looking barn, and then they're in the back. Oh, it's half the stage. That's cool. Whatever. Bars right there, and then that was so crazy. Because like when we were carrying the equipment out front, there was a whole line all the way. I don't know if you saw it. It was like all the way down like the block, pretty much. It looked like. I'm like, where the fuck did everybody come from? I was like, so like.
Yo, I just remember talking to you and then Dunk from the Suck, and I was just like, yo, it's nice to meet you guys. Wish we could talk more. We gotta get in the van. We're illegally parked. Have a nice night. I'll see you. Bye.
Yeah.
And then literally, because they were like, are you guys hanging out? And we're like, nope, we're going by.
Yeah, that was definitely not the scene. It was like a punk show that turned into everything I've ever tried to avoid.
Yo, I've been to some of those. I've been to weird dances and fucking punk shows mixed together. They're fun. They're weird.
I think 3D mentioned he sold like a T-shirt. I don't know if it was that night. I have to rewatch it. But I think some guy like quickly was like, "Hey, can I buy a shirt or whatever?" That was just there at the club.
Yo, someone was just like standing there, like staring at the shirts, and they're like, "Yo, how much are those?" And then we fucking sold one.
That's cool.
So there is some random human in Lancaster, PA, that owns a Jason shirt, not knowing who the fuck we are or what we are, and they just have that shirt.
They got a cool story. It was like, I just walked in the club, and these four guys in leather jackets and masks were there. And it looked like they were.
Yeah, they were fucking panicking like a fucking cartoon character throwing shit out of a venue.
Was that I know it's probably generic, but like I know that was pretty nutty. But do you remember, like, is there any other shows that were kind of like that same energy that you played at the Jasons?
You mean like chaotic and chaos?
Yeah.
Yo, one time I was driving the van and I was bragging about how great of a driver I was and how I don't make any mistakes. And I got out of the van to go, talk to the promoter. And I didn't put the fucking van in park, but luckily it was in like a flat area, so the van didn't move very fast or very far. But I still, to this day, they're like, yo, you might be the safest driver, but you've almost killed us more than anyone else. I'm trying to think, just like shows themselves like being chaotic. I mean, there's been plenty of times where we have fucking shown up real late because we drove real far to be somewhere, and we're like, fucking changing our clothes in a fucking gas station and fucking getting there and fucking throwing drums together and throwing guitars together and fucking tuning and throwing shit on stage as fast as we can just to like make sure we're not fucking holding up the show, because no one wants to be that fucking band that's like taking off a cymbal one at a time on stage or putting it on stage. It's like, yo, just throw your shit on, throw your shit off, get the fuck off stage. No one wants to fucking see you wind up a fucking chord or fucking go like this with the fucking drums.
Right. I think you guys rush in and get set up and play it and boom.
Yo, like a fucking like a manic freight train is the theme of the Jasons. That's what we said this summer when we play. We just want to fucking come in, boom, play our shit, fucking get the fuck out. Like, we're direct support. I'm assuming we'll probably play before the Dwarves, like most nights. And so it's just kind of like, get up there, do our shit, get off stage, boom.
That's cool. Have you played with the Dwarves before? Like, I think it's the first time for the Queers, right? Not the Queers.
Yo, I have, in another band, played with the Queers, the Dwarves, and Pairs, maybe like 6-7 years ago, something like that. Okay. And then, but this is the first time, as far as I know, I think this is the first time the Jasons will ever play with the Dwarves. Okay. But not the first time we've played with the Queers. Right. I know that they played with the Queers, I think maybe 2 times before I joined the band. Mm-hmm.
I saw them right before you did. You joined, yeah.
And then, Yeah, and then there was another time too that they played for the Queers too, because my other band played that show,
Okay.
And then this time, and then we played during the summer, which I think maybe might have been the catalyst of us doing that tour, because we played that show, and then their agent got a hold of us and they were like, "Yo, do you guys wanna pick some days on these like Queers 40th anniversary tour dates?" And we were like, "Yeah, let's do it up. Let's fucking do it."
Yeah, that's so awesome. That's congratulations. That's to you guys. That's that's a big win. I'd say.
Yo, and like Joe's been really cool to us since the beginning. Like the show that you were at, he asked them to do the split. And then when I joined that fall, we fucking drove down there and recorded with Joe and stayed there for a couple days in Atlanta. And he was like real fucking cool to us the whole time we were down there. And like tracked that Queers 10-inch split that had some issues being released and was a little chaotic and still isn't on streaming thanks to Pro Rock Records. And we like to give Kenny a hard time about it, but maybe one day it'll be on there and people can fucking listen to it.
Yeah, I remember I always look. Yeah, cause I remember like hearing that they did this. You guys did the split, and I tried looking it up. I guess it's 7-inch, but I don't know if I can probably find that anymore.
So it came out on a 10-inch.
Oh, 10-inch.
It was supposed to originally be a 7-inch, but we had recorded like 4 songs with Joe, and then we were like, well, why don't we just release all of them? Mm-hmm. And so, because then they were like, the songs that you guys have anyway are going to be too long for a 7-inch to begin with. Right. So then the Queers did a couple more songs, and we actually picked the Queer songs because they were like, "Yo, we want songs from Back from the Basement." So we picked the songs they wanted to put on here, and then 3D did all the art. He fucking killed it. So this was fun to make. The record sounds a little funny to me, but spoiler alert: chances are high we'll probably put this out. Like ourselves. I think that Camp Mando Records might put it out. We'll see what happens.
Fingers crossed. So that was like the first recording you did then, pretty much, right?
Yeah, that was the first recording, and it's funny because I recorded this, and then it was like a pretty like laid back experience to record. It wasn't that big of a deal. But we recorded this, and then we recorded. Because the idea was, we're going to do Red-Blooded American Punk Rock because it's on our new album. So we'll put this out and then the album will come out. But this didn't come out until fucking 2020, I think.
The Record Store Day thing, maybe? No,
it was just, it just like took a really long time to come out. Okay. And so it didn't come out until 2020, but we recorded it in 2018.
Yeah.
And
I remember it taking a while.
And then we had like recorded Blood in the Streets and put it out, and that was still in limbo, not like, because I think there was maybe like who's gonna put it out type situation, and that was before we were like signed to Mom's Basement and had affiliation with that label, signed with Mom's Basement.
That's a great label.
Yo, I love that label. I love John. His wife Trisha is great too. They run a great operation. John fucking takes care of us really well. And really, he's just like our boy. We always joke and say we got the Johns. We have Johnny Razorblade that records us, and then we have John Mom that fucking puts out the records. But, John's fucking cool. He gets behind any stupid idea that we have and just, like, trusts us that it'll work. And, like, sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't, but it's fun. I think he did the merch stuff for us recently with those pre-orders, and that was fucking sick.
Yeah, those were awesome. Those came out great. Were those 3D? Sorry, I want to.
Yeah, man, he's the merch machine. Yeah. As far as I know, I think that there's only one shirt that they have printed that was not a 3D designed piece of.
Yeah, one or two. That he didn't do. Okay, so I assumed that it was the Mom's Basement thing you guys are doing. I assumed it was all 3D. I just thought it was. That's awesome. I got the black metal looking long sleeve. I can't wait. That one's sick as fuck.
Yo, and we all we're all like shirt people. Like we all have a bunch of merch and t-shirts and fucking all that shit. I mean, that's definitely one of the things that I fucking always throw money into. So I think it's the idea of putting out merch that you want to wear, you know? Like I have one of everything that we've put out since I've been in the band. And you know, sometimes I wear it, sometimes I don't. But I will say that like I don't ever want to put out a piece of merch and be like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you want to be excited about it. So when people buy it, you can be like, yo, I love this design. It's sick.
For sure. Yeah, not that like you actually want to wear it too yourself. Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah, there's awesome. Congrats on that too. That was really cool, Ron. Yeah, I was talking about that with the Queers tour, which if you're watching, it's out. Tickets went on sale last Friday for the venues. I'm gonna post, links and all that too. I'll put a picture in. So just go to the venue that if it's in your area or not, go fly there, drive there.
Yo, it's real fucking cool to see like on the queer social media and shit like that. People be like, man, why is this lineup fucking not playing Arizona or fucking California or whatever? And then, you know, see some people be like, yo, queers, come to Europe and bring the fucking Jasons with you. So, you know, it's cool that people are excited about this tour. I know that like when we found out about it, we were like, oh shit, It's us, the Queers and the Dwarves. It'll be fucking fun.
Yeah, that's the first. Yeah, I never seen the Dwarves before too, so I think it's your second date, Ben Salem, Broken Goblet. I was just there in November. I saw Off with Their Heads there, and that was fucking. It's a really cool venue and brewery as well. So really nice. That's a good spot.
Yo, I mean, and that tour is real cool because we're playing a bunch of spots that we play a lot, that we have played a lot, and then we're playing spots we've never been to. Like we're playing in Boston. We've never played Boston before.
Really?
I do believe we're playing. I don't think we're playing we're not playing the first date of the tour, and we're not playing the last date of the tour.
Oh, okay.
So I think that maybe the first date is in Connecticut, and then the next show is that Ben Salem.
Yep. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so that'll be our first date, and then we're gonna play at Reggie's in Chicago, but we won't be playing the Wisconsin show, the Green Bay show. We're not playing that one.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, what is that? Is that like a 3 weeks? I'm not good at math. Let's see.
I want to say that it's like 2 weeks. I think it's like a 2 week tour. I think it's like 22 days. So we're doing like 20 or something. So yeah, no. And there's a couple days off. I don't think we're playing any shows on the off dates. I think we are just fucking gonna chill, which is normally not like us. Normally we're like, let's fucking play every day ever. Mm-hmm. But I think we're gonna take some time to kind of like re-up the merch arsenal and fucking be ready with that. Like I think like halfway through we're gonna like restock hopefully and kind of, you know, take order of things so shit's not just like chaotic. Because I mean, like, dude, every other time we go on tour, we have to bring so much merch because we go cross country that like you can't even see like through the van until like halfway through the tour as we start like selling shit.
Slowly you come see the light in the back a little bit.
Yo, when we went in on the Blood in the Streets tour, we fucking left with, I want to say we left with 8 boxes of merch. And then by the time we finished, we were down to 2, and we were like, woo, 2 boxes left.
Yeah, that's cool. That's great, because you guys are like all self-sufficient, pretty much. Yeah, 3D doing all like the designs and everything. So it's less hands involved. And that's usually the better.
Yo, and people say that shit to us. They're like, yo, you guys need a manager. Oh, you need this, you need that, blah, 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 blah. We just fucking take care of shit. Like, luckily, we have, like, surrounded ourselves with people that we can trust to kind of let us do our own shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like at the end of the day, this isn't our fucking job. Like we fucking just want to have fun with it. So fucking let us do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just like make cool merch and make cool music and fucking do cool tours and fucking tell people to fuck off and have a good time. I mean, that's literally the motto at this point.
Mm-hmm. What's your? I'm gonna go off, flip it back to the drums. What's your biggest like inspiration on drums?
I mean, like all jokes aside to other interviews, and I'm like the Ramones. For real, probably the Ramones are the reason like why I was like, oh, I can probably do that. I can be in a band.
That's
like doing that isn't that hard.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like, I mean, like Dave Lombardo from Slayer, fucking, I feel like everybody, you know, like Neil Peart from fucking Rush is, you know, he's like somehow like very high, overrated and underrated all at the exact same time.
So true. So true.
But like, as far as like modern, like Daniel Fang that plays drums and Turnstile is fucking a modern drummer that I'm like, wow, you're fucking amazing. You've been in a million bands and all your bands are fucking good.
Yeah,
one of my favorites. Dude, he's just like that guy. He was in that Mindset band first, and I thought he was great when he was in that band, and then he joined Turnstile, and then he's in fucking Angel Dust, and then he's in that band Praise, and it's like, yo, every band you're in is fucking gold, and you're an amazing drummer.
Yeah.
So just fucking keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, great! Like live shows on YouTube, I watch them. I usually just watch him the whole time. Any chance that I came around.
Yo. And he's just a fucking beast, man. Like, watching him live, and, like, I've seen him play in, like, some smaller rooms, too, and it's just, like, he's just a fucking machine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially, like, that Mindset stuff was real fast, and he fucking killed it the whole fucking time.
Was Mindset a straight edge band?
Yeah. So it was, like, that, like, youth crew, like, you know, influenced by like Youth of Today and shit like that. But that band is real cool because I feel like they are that genre of straight edge hardcore, but they aren't cheesy about it. Like, they have like songs about like socio-political stuff, and it's not just fucking like, I'm posy, I'm straight edge, yeah. Like, it's more like real shit and less like, I'm happy, let's fucking jump.
Yeah, that's the whole vibe of like. Okay, I don't know if I actually listen much to that shit, but I feel like that's the same vibe for like Turnstile, at least. Like, positive. Well, I don't know. I think you wrote like what's the sad? I think for the shit show one week you wrote like what's the song that made you like what's the dumbest song you ever like teared up to? I think I put Generator by Turnstile. That was like when I first heard that song, I was like, fuck. But
yeah, man. And I love that band. I behind the scenes had tickets for that Glow On tour in Cleveland, and I'm really looking forward to going to that. I've seen them so many times. I've been seeing that band since they put out that first 7-inch. So it's been a long time coming. It's great to see. Like, I feel like in the same way, to kind of like flip it back to us, like people getting stoked on Turnstile doing like Seth Meyers and the Tiny Desk and shit like that, and people kind of being like, fuck yeah, like, you're champion hardcore, but still doing your own shit. People getting stoked on the Jasons for fucking, like, it's cool to see people get excited that we're on, like, the Queers and the Dwarves tour. Like, seeing people be like, yo, these guys deserve it, which is, like, better than, I guess, people being like, yo, fuck those dudes. They fucking paid their asses to get on it.
Yeah, right? I say, what the fuck is it? Yeah, I think that's the whole vibe, because, like, even my friend Bird that we helped Cliffy carry some of the amps and stuff. When I told him about the tour coming up, and he's like, dude, that's awesome. He's like, that's every band I like would want to see all together at once. And he said last time I saw the Dwarves was like in a tiny basement, like up in this like hardcore area up near us in Pennsylvania. But
yo, so it's like, I mean, for us sometimes, like, me and B have this conversation sometimes, and it's kind of like one of those moments where it's like, oh yeah, we fucking do play with like the Huntingtons all the time, and fucking we've like put out a split with the Queers, and we're going on tour with the Dwarves, and fucking we played with fucking Negative Approach, and they were like, yo, you guys are fucking sick, and it's like all these bands that I've literally been fucking like over my whole fucking life, and now it's like kind of, it's fucking real cool. It's like, all jokes aside, all fucking dick jokes aside, it's fucking cool to play with bands that you respected. I don't put people on a pedestal, but I can admit when I've liked someone's music for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm. That's what's cool about like with the whole scene. Like I know B has mentioned kind of like having that Ramones core influence, but I feel like I said I think of every Jason with 3D and B, I said like you guys are much more than that. With the mask and everything, I was like you guys like it's like it looks cool. That's what makes people go, oh cool, and then like listening to music, it's like there's actually fucking really great songs. And I feel like with you in Hollywood now, and it solidifies it even more. Like I said before, like when Blood in the Streets came out, I was like, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'm like, this is good, but I love Get Fucked. And then now I'm just like, I'd rather listen to Blood in the Streets way more and just turn it up even louder because it just sounds so tight and great. So it's good to see that, and I'm glad it's fine and it's it's being appreciated and paying off.
Yo, I mean, it's really cool to like meet people that kind of got into us on that album too, because I like. As someone coming from the outside was a little worried, being like, yo, are there people that are just going to be like, yo, fuck this new record, fuck them for getting 2 new people, and like, yo, this shit's going to suck. But honestly, man, all the time we'll get people that'll be like, I don't even know your guys' songs like before Blood in the Streets, which is fucking cool. And normally, like, when people come up to the merch booth and they're like, yo, what 2 CDs should I get if I'm going to get 2 of them? I normally give them Blood in the Streets and Get Fucked. I'm normally like, yo, these are the ones that I would suggest. I mean, everything else is good too, but
those are the beginnings, and now you guys are like solidified. I mean, they're not terrible songs. Yeah, I want to sound like I want to sound like a Get Fucked fanboy. I'm sorry if it's
yo, there's some fucking my favorite Jason song to play is on that album, so I get it.
With which one, Tina or?
Yo, it's something about playing Tina second, and every time we started out, and fucking V shouts it, and everyone gets fucking stoked. And I think that we just like have a good time with that song too. It's just fun to play.
Yeah.
I love that song, man. It's a great track. Like I would say that's probably my favorite Jason song to play for sure.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely when you guys play it at Lancaster too, I don't know why it is. I feel like a more. I mean, I was already stoked, but like I don't know when you guys started playing that, I was like, I think that was like kind of like an extension.
It's like people get stoked because we play Streets and we normally open with it, and it's like a good sing along and people get pumped, and then bam, we hit them with fucking Tina, and we always joke and call like the first 6 songs that we play the rock block, but it's like those first 6 songs normally are Blood in the Streets, Tina, American Slasher, Crack a Beer, and then fucking and then Red Blooded. And that's normally like the rock block. We just fucking hammer those in straight in a row, don't stop normally, and those are just like fucking 6 good songs that we really enjoy.
Really solid, yeah. I don't want to hold you up too much longer, but do you have like a say in the set list or anything, or is that kind of just already decided by like the?
Yo, so for a while there, straight up, I was just like carrying it around in my stick bag, like. And actually, at that Lancaster show, we had that same set list for maybe like 5 or 6 shows, and I was just carrying it around and pulling it out and handing it to B. But then someone took it at that Lancaster show. It made like 5 or 6 shows without someone taking it, and then someone took it. But Yeah, I've written the set list a few times. A lot of the times B kind of writes it. Sometimes it changes like mid-set. Maybe because like someone doesn't fucking see it or whatever. Or like, there are plenty of times where like we know we're gonna play the first 6 songs, and I'm literally just back there listening because whatever he yells out is what we're gonna play.
Right.
I will say, as far as like making the set list, I think for the summer tour, I would like to add some of the songs off the 2 splits into the set list.
Oh, sick. Cool. That was awesome. Yeah, because before that, are you guys playing this weekend? I think.
Yeah, we are. We are playing. Weather depending.
Right.
We're playing in Knoxville, Tennessee, with Ghoulgasm, and I can't remember the other bands. There's like 5 bands on the show.
And then.
But it should be.
Oh, sorry.
It should be a good time.
Cool. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna. I don't know. Friday looks like for up here in Pennsylvania, looks kind of iffy, but. Yeah,
it's one of those things where you're in a giant van, which could end up like fucking Cool Runnings if it ices like like they're saying it's going to down the interstate. But Jasons don't like to cancel. We fucking literally do anything we can to make a show. So weather is the only thing that ever really stops us.
Wow, cool. I'd be fucking shitting myself. If I'm on the highway and if it's like a little bit of snow, I'm just like, I don't know. I put music up. I smoke up. I'll put the window all the way down. I don't know why. I'm just to hear I don't know if it's loud music and maybe distracts me, but I just freak out. That's cool. You guys go through it. And then
it's scary sometimes, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's cool. You guys are hard workers. Because most bands are like, fuck it, we're not doing that.
We would have gone out of our way and played shows in very not good shape in order to make them happen. So
that's great. And then you guys are doing the only Friday the 13th this year at the Bar 13 in Delaware, which is cool. I'm definitely going to the Broken Goblet one, but I'm kind of like thinking I should just call out of work or take a vacation just to go to the for the Friday the 13th one because it's only one in the year and I go see that.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if it was last year or a couple years. At one point, I feel like there were like 3 in 1 year. We played a bunch in 1 year. But yeah, apparently this year there was only one, and
that should be good.
And Ronan from Horror Punks USA goes, "Hey, there's only one Friday the 13th, and I want you guys to play it."
Yeah.
So we're gonna go play Delaware. We like that bar a lot. We played with the Queers. Mm-hmm. We played that Ramones Gore Fest there with the Zonoids. That was the first Zonoid show. That was fucking real cool to be a part of. I really like that band a lot.
I've never been there yet. Hopefully that'll be the first time. I think Dickie Devil's playing a show in March. It's on Saturday. But anyway, yeah, I know a bunch of bands. Like my friend Bert, he goes there all the time. He's actually, I think he was surprised that I didn't know where that was. You ever been to Bar 13 like a year ago? And I was like, what? And I Google mapped it. I can't believe how easy it is. It's like almost like a mecca for like anything. Like I'm like, oh, it's super easy to get to for me at least. So.
Yo, it's kind of funny because it's just like right in the middle. Like you're just like on a main road. Like boop, it's fucking right there. So
yeah. I was like in disbelief. I was on my phone. I was like, no way. This is like zooming in and everything. I was like, okay, cool. But yeah. Like I said, I don't want to hold you up too much. I know we've been going for a little while now. Is there anything else you want to add?
I mean, you can watch us on the Shit Show on Jason B's Instagram or also mine on Sundays at 12:05. I don't even like to call it mornings because it's fucking 12:05, but it's morning for that motherfucker. So whatever.
It is for me. It is for me too.
Not me. I'm fucking up to the crack dawn. So that is on Sundays, every Sunday. Next week, I know this is going up on a Wednesday, so this coming week, we're going to have Robbie Bloodshed on, and we'll probably talk about his fucking new album, The Cabin, and fucking all this other shit going on, and Robbie Bloodshed's a fucking fun guest to have. What else is fucking going on? Like you said, we're playing the 5th, this Saturday, in Knoxville, and then there's a couple other shows coming up. Just kind of pay attention to all our social media and stuff like that. You can find me at the Jason Hell on Instagram. Jason V's got an Instagram. Jason fucking V. The underscore Jasons on Instagram. And yo, we're gonna fucking. The goal is to play as much as we can when we can. We're going to do that tour with the Queers. Hopefully we'll do some more fucking shows this summer other than just that. Play with some more cool fucking bands. And, yeah, fucking give us money, buy our shit, and we'll fucking keep playing shows.
Absolutely. All right, man. Cool. Hal, thanks for being on, man.
Yo, anytime, man. Have a great one. Thank you.
You too, man. See ya.